Good evening, dignitaries on the dais, and the participant. Gujarat Pollution Control Board is a state pollution control board established under the Central Act and looking after the environmental protection in the state. The state has and the SPCB has come out with an initiative with the use of the e-governance for the implementation of the environmental laws and to encourage the people on compliance of it. The XGN, it is the India's first environmental portal which has come out with the facilitation for the industries to comply with the laws and to implement the laws by the regulators. Also, it aims in transforming and developing the conducive environment so that the track of the files which the industry applies online, they are receiving the files and the documents as well as in a number of PDF files which are kept in a separate domain for each individual IDs. And also it is a window-based facility and it is a but I'm not getting it properly. Okay. Then XGN is a government to business portal which serves the gateway all-round facilities including the making of the applications and compliance and regulatory requirement. So here on this portal the industries are applying online, they are receiving their documents online and orders online. They fill their returns. So GPCB has earlier there was a limited number of the staff, and with the more use of this, with the same number of staff, we are able to cater as many as 26 regional offices, which was earlier 15. So now, with the help of this, we are the pioneer in this, and we are serving the other state also. So I will request my senior colleague, Mr. Harish Advani, who is a Senior Technical Director, NIC, who is supporting our project. So further technical details, he will explain. Thank you.
Next. Basically, the stakeholders are the industries, about 24,000 industries, then the biomedical waste operators, hospitals, and then you have the CETPs, which the effluent treatment plants. So there are around about 83,000 stakeholders who are on a daily basis using this portal. Next. What really are the process re-engineerings which have taken place? See, the physical movement, the physical file does not exist in a government department. It is a fact here. Biomedical, water says, no physical file exists in the department. There is no one physical file is maintained just at the RO level, that is the field office. But that is it. But the physical movement to the head office, granting by the MS, granting by the chairman, that is done totally online. Online applications totally, and this software is being used, portal is being used right from 2008. So it is almost been 6 years now. And totally online applications, which 34 sets of PDF scanned images uploading. Since it is a technical department, you need to set the images for the chartered accountant certificate and Talati certificate and then so on. Application scrutiny is done, first department where the application scrutiny is done before the payment of the fees. No fees is paid first. It is just requesting an application. The application gets processed there. 85% of the application is processed before the payment of the fees. After you pay the fees, that is the core point of this XGN. And there can be no rejection, because it is during that time that you get an opportunity, the department gets an opportunity at the head office level, at the RO level, to raise queries. If at all, within 3 days they don't raise a query, that means in general, in principle, they're accepting your file is okay. So there is absolutely nil rejection based on lack of documents. You just cannot reject an application for NOC or consent or CCA or authorization of a hospital just because of lack of supporting documents, because it was our fault. We didn't raise a query at the right time. Okay. Next. Sustainability is there. I mean, field of mass transfers takes place every year. Transitions is very smooth within 3 years. Next team, take up next. It is implemented in Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Goa, and Andhra Pradesh since last 6 years. Requests have come in from Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Haryana, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and so on. It's basically a cloud-ready application with multi-tenancy. This is before and after. Same staff, 12% of the staff has retired. Same inspections from 12,000 to 42,000, and that same staff is doing it. Application processing. XGN impact, no new recruitment since last. CCA defaulters have reduced from 35 to 11. And industry's interaction has been totally cut off. The interaction between the stakeholders and the department, that has been totally cut off. There's absolutely no need. If at all there is a closure, the torrent reads from it is authentic data from the website, it disconnects the power based on the information displayed on the portal, again reconnects the power and water supply based on the revocation which is there. And this is the co-processing of waste which is being used. Instead of, there are two things. Instead of burning, instead of using fuel for incinerating the residues and this thing, we are using the cement plants, power plants, and steel. They are using that same residue for their fuel for the higher calorific value, and so after some processing.
Thank you very much. Any single question from the audience? So Prashant, would you like to comment?
Before we conclude, I mean, I would like to say Pune is known for many things, and one of the international repute institute is Symbiosis. Perhaps here is a symbiosis of an NGO and a hardcore regulator on a single platform. Thank you, Manthan, for giving us an opportunity to make this presentation. And in the morning inaugural session, Honorable Chairman says sustainable development is a buzzword, and perhaps a regulator transforming the mandate given to it for a sustainable development of the state. It's a very versatile application and it's proven, made brick by brick based on our experience. So software is not perhaps a big challenge. I mean, here challenge is to transform and re-engineering of the whole processing, changing the mindsets, developing the strength and skills of all the stakeholders. Perhaps these are all the challenges that we have passed through, and perhaps the outcome is in your presence. Thank you.
Any question, please?
Any question from the audience? Yes.
I'll interrupt for a minute. E-मोजणी चे लोक आलीत का? E-मोजणी. After this question, Honorable Dias, Honorable Chairman, Moderator, and Honorable Guest will guide us for 3 minutes each. The last question.
सर जी, आपका इनोवेटिव तो बहुत अच्छा है और पसंद आया है, लेकिन एनजीओ अगर इसमें कुछ करना चाहती है तो इसमें आपका कोई एड्रेस या कोई कांटेक्ट आपने दिया नहीं, इसलिए प्लीज़ सर.
Because of the shortage of the time, we could not able to give you the full presentation. But there is a access to the NGOs and certain institution as well. That institution includes the Central Pollution Control Board, Ministry of Environment and Forest, and other government department like Industries Department and other departments. They have access to our database. Also, certain NGOs like JPAL and others, we have provided access to those people. So they are also having some role into this system.
Two things are very clear. I mean, major database is put in the front end only. I mean, see, it's not only for an industry; it is for all stakeholders. even for the complaint and other things, redressal of the complaints and other things, things are made online. Due to this, I mean, now we are not afraid of the RTI, because we are having a very robust database from which we can articulately give our informations to the NGO. So these are all indirect and intangible benefits of the system.
Thank you very much. I think the last comment was very pertinent. They are not afraid of RTI. I think that should be the one of the major expected outcome of any ICT project for improving the governance. What I basically liked from this project is, this is one of the project which was presented in this session, which was G2B project. In a way, when we are salary takers, we always do not take the business activities very, very positively. But at the same time, we should be very conscious in our understanding that business creates the natural growth instrument for the state. Maybe it is a welfare state. So it is one of the major stakeholder. So therefore, anyone serving the business community by way of such kind of portal has to have a major role to play. And as they said, that it has become a robust platform naturally because of the involvement of a institution like NIC. Maybe it has culminated into a very good product. So actually, this is a very good initiative. And as many as 24,000 direct stakeholders as industry are getting benefited. So we can imagine the impact level in the society of such kind of projects. So thank you very much.
And last but not least, the XGN has become instrumental in getting the ISO 14000, ISO 9000, as well as NABL accreditation in almost all the offices of the GPCB, which are first of its kind in the country, in the government institutions. Thank you.
Good.